AITA for ending my engagement and calling my fiancé and his mom losers after he tried to move his whole family into our new home. I 40F am coming to you because I feel like I need some perspective on a pretty huge decision I made. And honestly, I don't know if I handled things the right way. So, let's set the scene. I'm in my 40s, at the peak of my career. I've worked my butt off for years to get where I am, and I'm finally starting to see the fruits of all my hard work. Think sweat, tears, late nights, personal sacrifices, you name it. I've got a great job, some big clients, and a whole lot of momentum right now. All of that has set me up to take the next step, which is moving closer to my family, slowing down just a little, and making sure I have more time for myself and my kids. Sounds great, right? Well, enter Jason, 39M, my now ex-fiancé. We've been together for a while, and to be honest, I've been on the fence about our relationship for a long time. But like many people in long-term relationships, I kept giving him chances, kept hoping things would improve, and kept making excuses for him. But deep down, I think I knew it wasn't working. Jason's family, well, how do I put this nicely? They're kind of a mess. His parents had a long, drawn-out, nasty divorce, and all of their kids got caught up in the fallout. It's like they've never fully recovered, and as harsh as this sounds, I can't help but think of them all as, well, losers. Jason's sister got a cosmetology certificate but refuses to work because she insists on being a stay-at-home mom, which would be fine if she was with a partner, but she's not. She's always angry at her ex about child support, and that's pretty much her entire personality now. Jason's brothers are both musicians who can't seem to hold down a real job because they're too busy chasing dreams that don't pay the bills. One of them even sent his baby mama back to her parents as soon as she got pregnant. As for Jason, we've had a lot of ups and downs. Early on in our relationship, he couldn't hold a job for more than a few months. He's always complaining, always looking for the next thing to fix his life, but he never actually follows through with anything. And when my career started taking off, it felt like every single step forward I made, he tried to drag me into something involving his family. Like every single time, whether it was trying to get his mom a food stand in a project I was working on or asking me to hire his brothers through my business contacts, it was constant. And here's the kicker. He never once asked if I could help MY family. It's always about his family and how he can plug them into MY successes. Fast forward to last year's holiday season. I was juggling a huge project with a tight deadline and trying to coordinate a trip to visit my family for Christmas. I flew my kids out to my parents' house and worked like crazy to meet this deadline. Jason promised he'd drive me to join them once I was done, but when I finally finished my project, he just disappeared. I couldn't get a hold of him for hours. By the time I did, it was too late to catch a flight. So, I ended up driving myself on Christmas Eve, exhausted and anxious, after crying because he made me wait so long. Turns out, he didn't leave when I needed him because his mom got emotional. That was the first real moment where I thought, I need to get out of this. But I didn't. I stayed. Then things got worse. I started landing bigger clients and making more money, and Jason started getting more and more entitled. He had the nerve to suggest starting a business with his family using MY resources. He wanted me to hire a company he'd create, in name only, mind you, to basically siphon off my hard-earned success. I told him flat out no. It was a huge fight, but I stood my ground. Then, about a month ago, we found a rental property. It was perfect. I need a home office, and we needed bedrooms for my kids. But Jason had this look in his eyes and started talking about needing an extra room. My gut told me something was off, and sure enough, he wanted his entire family to move in with us. His reasoning? They'd stay until they found jobs. I laughed out loud, because if I let that happen, they'd never leave. I'd be stuck supporting his deadbeat family forever. When I confronted him, he threw a tantrum, like full-on toddler mode. He stormed out, grabbed his backpack, and disappeared for days. When he finally resurfaced, it was to tell me he got fired. For insubordination. He tried to make me feel sorry for him, but by this point, I was done. Then, we had the final blowout. I told him I wanted out. He accused me of destroying his dreams and of being a snob now that I'm rich. I'm not rich, by the way. I'm just doing well. He had a full-on meltdown, rocking back and forth while holding the steering wheel and accusing me of ruining his life. I told him, straight up, that he needed to work on himself and stop using me as a safety net. I packed all of his things and drove them over to his mom's house because he refused to pick them up. When I got there, his mom came out and went off on me. She accused me of tearing their family apart, called me names, and used a lot of personal stuff that I know Jason had told her in confidence. I was so mad, I snapped. I called her and all of her kids losers. Now Jason won't remove his car or his gym equipment from my garage because I disrespected his mom. He's been sending me texts about couples therapy, but I want nothing to do with it. I'm done. So Reddit. Am I the A*** hole for finally ending things and calling him and his family losers after they try to guilt me into supporting them?